my fight fans? We got some breaking news. We got a lot of breaking news. But first, let's go with the first one on top of the list. Francis Ngannou is no longer the heavyweight champion of the world in the UFC. Yes, you heard that right. Francis Ngannou relinquishes his belt. It turns out, it turns out that these guys just could not come to a deal with each other. That UFC and Francis Ngannou just could not work things out. We already know the whole thing that's been going on, the whole drama. It goes all the way back to last year, 2022, January, pretty much a year ago, I guess we could say, since we're in January 2023. Francis Ngannou was injured. He was trying to fight out his contract. He wanted to be in his contract. He wanted to get paid more. He actually really wanted to go box. He wanted to go do some boxing. But at the end of the day, Dana White was not having it. He wanted him to stay. And that the odds are pretty much the way things were working out is that they had him against Ciryl Gane. They were hoping Ciryl Gane was going to beat him. Maybe hoping, who knows. And there was just a lot of rumor and, all kinds of rumor around the campfire, I guess you guys could say. But at the end of the day, he went against Ciryl Gane and he actually won the fight and kept his belt. He kept his belt. Then he was sidelined because he had both knees pretty much shot to hell. Like, that's it. His knees were gone. I can't remember exactly. I think it was at the MCL or the ACL, one or the other. But yes, that's why we haven't seen him in so long. That's why we haven't seen the heavyweight championship get defended at all. So yeah, there you have it right there. Francis Ngannou is now gone. I believe Francis Ngannou, he was such a great for the sport, and he still is. It's very unfortunate now that we are not going to get the most highly anticipated match that we all really want to see, that the UFC fight fans been wanting to see for the past 2 years, maybe you could say even 3 years. Francis Ngannou versus Jon Jones. Jon Jones is making his much anticipated debut. I'll get into that in another video, but right now that's what we're not going to get. It's unfortunate. Who knows? Maybe down the line we will get that still. But right now, we're not. Francis Ngannou was the champion. He won it in 2021 against Stipe Miocic. I believe that was in March. Then he defended it against Ciryl Gane in January 2022. And then he's been out for a good while now. So, it's very unfortunate. I really hope he gets things and works things out. I really hope he gets his paper because it's very unfortunate the way things were with him in the UFC. Heavyweight champion of the world. He was under a $600,000 contract. Come on, guys. Heavyweight champion of the world. That's what I'm talking about. And the guy's making $600K. That does not sound right. There's no heavyweight champion in the world in the history that is making $600,000. I know what the UFC is going to say. They're going to say, well, this is the contract that he signed. This is what he agreed to. He agreed to this long term, at the end of the day. But still, it shouldn't work that way. It should be always done by fights. The bigger the fight, the bigger the paycheck. And I promise you, that's probably what that's what Francis Ngannou wanted. Francis Ngannou wanted that big paper. That's why he wanted to go box. That's why there was a little much anticipated between him and Tyson Fury. Back in April of 2022, he was in the ring with Tyson Fury and they were both going kind of like talking with each other. It was not much trash talk. It was very friendly, but they were talking and there was always this really anticipation that Francis Ngannou was going to box. Well, he still has that chance now. Dana White has come out and said he is releasing Francis Ngannou from his contract. He is not going to try to match the deal. He's going to let him go do his thing, and that's it. That's the end of it. I believe Dana White came out and said that he offered Francis Ngannou to be the highest paid UFC fighter of all time. I want to know what the number was. Personally, I really do. But also at the same time, how many fights was there? Because remember, when they're offering you a 10, 15, 20 million dollar contract, it comes with a slight catch. And you know what that catch is? That catch is you are going to be under the UFC banner for quite some time, probably for the rest of your life. They are going to tell you, hey, we will give you 10, 15 million, but you got to do 10 fights for us. That is 10 fights. That's 2 fights a year. That is literally 4, maybe 5 years of your life. Pretty much making that $10 million. Where you could probably box and could probably make that in one fight. And that's what I think Francis Ngannou wanted. Personally, that's me. Maybe he did not want to get signed to that very, very, very long-term deal. That's just my opinion. I don't know the details. Hopefully more details come out, but I just want to let you guys know that Francis Ngannou is no longer the heavyweight champion of the world. Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what you're thinking about that. Do you agree? Do you disagree with Francis Ngannou no longer being the champion? Let me know what you're feeling. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.